Let us address this scandal involving Pastor Tobi Adeboyega. Of course, you guys know Pastor Tobi, the popular celebrity pastor based in UK, a very good friend to Davido, a very good friend to Cubana Chief Priest, and many of our Nigeria celebrities. Well, Pastor David was accused Pastor Tobi was accused of having an affair with former Super Eagle player Kayode Olariwaju. Well, footballer Kayode accused his wife of fraud, cheating on him with Pastor Tobi, stealing his two Mercedes SUV to finance Pastor Tobi's lifestyle, and adopting their children. Okay. According to the news, of course, this scandal is out there. I am not the original story carrier, so let that be clear. Well, according to the news, they said Azeni Dora, the wife of Nigeria footballer Kayode, has been in a scandal involving fraud, adultery, and adoption, shocking the nation. PM News is reporting. Despite being 7 years older than her husband, the woman deceived the footballer about her age at the time of marriage. And PM News report that one Oyetunde, an associate of socialist Daddy Freeze and his partner, introduced Mrs. Kayode to Pastor Tobi. Well, Daddy Freeze's name was mentioned, that he was the one that introduced Mrs. Kayode to Pastor Tobi. PM News alleged that Pastor Tobi engaged in sexual affair with Mrs. Kayode, who frequently attended orgies, leaving home for extended periods. According to Kayode, Mrs. Kayode allegedly stole two Mercedes SUVs from him to finance the lavish lifestyle of Pastor Adeboyega, that is Pastor Tobi, and his associates. Furthermore, she conspired with Rento Ogochukwu and accomplice Jennifer Marks and Linda to transfer properties ownership from Mr. Kayode to herself. In a shocking turn of events, Mrs. Kayode adopted her three children on Sunday, 24th March 2024. Their whereabouts unknown, despite numerous complaints and petitions of law enforcement, including the Nigeria Police (FCID) under the AIG Idowu. Effort to recover the stolen vehicle, properties, and adopted children have been futile. So Mr. Kayode also said Mrs. Kayode has been falsely parading herself as a lawyer and suspected of drug abuse, and allegedly attempted to manipulate OC, SAS, Abuja, and DSS personnel to concur him into relinquishing his property or face harm. Mr. Kayode, distressed by the situation, has attempted ending it all twice and terminated his football contract, fearing for his life, aimed death threats from unknown individuals, including those with law enforcement cycle. Okay, the story is quite trickish. It's not straightforward. The details weren't given. The involvement of Pastor Tobi wasn't really detailed, honestly. And the involvement of Daddy Freeze wasn't also really detailed. The only thing we have from here is that Pastor Daddy Freeze was the one that introduced Mr. Kayode's wife to Pastor Tobi. And they were having an affair, blah, blah, blah. And Mrs. Kayode stole two Mercedes Benz from Mr. Tobi and gave it to Pastor Tobi to finance his lavish lifestyle. Come on, man. Well, I don't know much, but that is just the whole scenario here. See, that is why it is advisable to know the kind of woman you are getting married to. Know the kind of people you are getting married to. Hmm? We have to hear from the woman as well, and also from Daddy Freeze. I don't know if Daddy Freeze will do a live video on this matter. Your name is mentioned, Daddy Freeze. Please do a live video to address it. This whole matter is not well detailed. But I will advise the man, firstly, if you get your hands on your kids, go and do a DNA test. And who give the right to a partner? Just for instance, we are in a marriage and something is happening. We have not reported to the police if I'm abusive or not. You just take my kids and run away. I think that should be a criminal offense. I think that should be a criminal offense. You cannot just carry children and run away. Apa, you cannot just wake up one morning after you have almost ruined the life, allegedly ruined the life of a man. You just pack your kids and run away. Man, firstly, I will advise this guy, go and do a DNA test. Do a DNA test on all your children since you are already accusing your wife of infidelity. Go and do a DNA test. Go and do a DNA test. We have seen so much accusation against Pastor Tobi before, and obviously, honestly, I cannot point fingers because I don't know how he rolls. The only thing we know about him that is a pastor with a flashy lifestyle, a pastor with so much, allegedly so much investment, a pastor who is doing well, who have a lot of celebrity big friends, who sometimes gift these friends some really, really exclusive gifts. You know, those kind of stuff. That's all we know for now about him. Nothing else. He has not been charged for fraud before, but as at then, he was almost charged for fraud, but it seems like the matter is out. He has not been charged for fraud. He has not been arrested. All those kind of things we do not know about him. So we cannot just condemn because in our Pastor Tobi. We cannot condemn because in our Pastor Tobi. Let the evidence come out first before we will know. So that being said, I want to play you a video from this white woman who narrated a story of how her daughter almost snatched her Nigerian husband. Check it out, guys. Very, very funny story. But check it out. It's nice.
Since I got married to my African husband, to my Linga, I don't have any contact to any of my family member, or especially to my oldest daughter, Charlotte Erika Annette Christiana. And I will tell you why. After I got married to my Linga, and I have to bring him home, I brought him home. I saw how my daughter was looking at my Linga. Her eyes will start shining. Can you imagine? 49 years, still live with me. No man ever came to tell me he want to get married to my daughter. So when I always see my daughter was wearing a tight jeans, sometimes she even wear only pants. They say, oh, I don't know, two of you are awake. I decided to put a camera in our house to monitor what she's doing. Can you imagine that she will get up in the morning when I am going outside to provide for Linga me and also for my daughter? Because all these 49 years, she never one day even pay €1. I will go outside provide. She will be in the house on YouTube. Look how people are making fufu. I saw the way she was turning fufu in the kitchen. We go to my bedroom of Linga and me, and we tell him, please sir, can you wake up? I turn fufu for you. That is so weird. When I saw it on my handy, because the camera was connected to my handy, immediately I dropped my work and went back home. And I asked her, what are you trying to do? She was telling me that I'm too old for this man. She told me that I'm too old for this man. If my linga is not a man who know how to control himself, because he knows that my daughter don't have any money to offer. If he don't know how to control himself, my only daughter, who I carry 9 months in my stomach under my heart, want to snatch my linga from me? Who does that? Tell me.
Nigerian man don scatter this woman family.